California. I want to go to the East Coast. I want to go where culture is, like New York.
Did I raise such a
or at least Connecticut or New Hampshire, where writers live in the woods.
Get into those schools anyway.
Mom!
You should just go to City College. You know, with your work ethic, just go to City College and then to jail, and then back to City College, and then maybe you'd learn to pull yourself up and not expect everybody to do everything.
Hi, I'm Tim. I'm Alex. See, I'm even getting the names right this time.
I'm Graham, actually.
Oh, what are you? Your name is Alex. You never use the name Graham. Don't start now. Okay? So,
I'm Rob.
How the hell haven't I killed you yet?
You're incapable of it.
Probably. So, last night we watched
Ladybird.
Pretty interesting coming-of-age movie. Nominated for a whole bunch of Oscars. And I'll tell you which ones after you watch the trailer, because
You don't have it to hand right now.
I might have to look it up. In short, it's a coming-of-age movie about a girl who tries to become a woman. Whatever.
I mean, she becomes a woman.
She becomes a woman, but she's also very, like all teenagers trying to figure out whatever that means to become a woman. And it's...
not all teenagers try to figure out what it means to become a woman.
Okay, some try to figure out to become men, or whatever. Doesn't matter. Please do enjoy the trailer while I look up, data and stats and things. And see ya! Well, but I really have to look it up.
Ladybird, is that your given name?
Yeah.
Why is it in quotes?
I gave it to myself. It's given to me by me.
Ladybird always says that she lives on the wrong side of the tracks, but I always thought that was like a metaphor. But there are actual train tracks.
What she did was very baller. It was very anarchist.
Put the magazine back!
She has a big heart, your mom.
She's warm, but she's also kind of scary.
You can't be scary and warm.
I think you can. Your mom is.
So, you're not interested in any Catholic colleges?
No way. I want schools like Yale, but not Yale because I probably couldn't get in.
You definitely couldn't get in.
Does Mom hate me?
If you're tired, we can sit down.
I'm not tired.
You were dragging your feet.
You are so infuriating.
Please stop yelling.
I'm not yelling. Oh, it's perfect.
Do you love it?
You both have such strong personalities.
When is a normal time to have sex?
You're having sex?
I'm ready. Just wanted it to be special.
Why? You're gonna have so much unspecial sex in your life.
We're afraid that we will never escape our past.
Whatever we give you, it's never enough. It's never enough.
It is enough.
We're afraid of what the future will bring. We're afraid we won't be loved.
You can't do anything unless you're the center of attention.
We won't be liked.
Yeah, well, you know your mom's tits, they're totally fake. She made one bad decision at 19. 2 bad decisions.
And we won't succeed.
I want you to be the very best version of yourself that you can be.
What if this is the best version?
What do you think of the movie?
I thought it was a very good film. I have to say, much like Black Panther that we saw last week, 2 weeks ago, this is a film that will mean a lot more to people who aren't us. So I've never been a teenage girl, only at the weekend sometimes. But so there are a lot of things that I think will have a stronger impact or will touch a nerve a lot more. But that doesn't mean to say, as with Black Panther, that you have to be a teenage girl to enjoy this film.
Yes, definitely. I think it's just a very good and well-made movie about being a teenage girl, or a teenager in general. I think it does a lot of those. It does credit to a lot of those themes, and it is also very realistic. Yeah, don't expect a funny, teenage coming-of-age movie that kind of glosses over a lot of more difficult stuff. Like, this is very honest, very in your face, and to its credit, is extremely real.
Yeah, but it's not like super hyper gritty like a Mike Lee film.
No, it's not gritty.
And it is very funny.
Yeah, it's funny, but it's funny like, you know, the way real things are funny, and a bit of melodramatic. And to continue with that theme, I think if you look at all the characters, that those characters feel real. They feel like real persons. Nobody is perfect in this movie. And nobody's really a complete dick. Like, most of them are rounded characters, and you understand why they do what they do. Mm-hmm. And the main character is far from perfect, but you get her. Mm-hmm. And I think the trailer clearly shows that. You know, like, this is not your normal teenage movie.
Yeah, it's not like a Superbad or anything like this.
No,
there's a lot more emotional depth.
There's a lot of
substance. Realism and truth to it than that.
There's a lot of substance to it. So it's a very enjoyable movie. I think this is going to be a very important movie for a lot of teenage girls. And maybe, I think it will resonate with a lot of women as well. Definitely the ladies we saw it with are really love this movie. I like it. I have some issues with some parts of it, but in general, it's just a very well-made movie by a great female director, Greta Gerwig. So
with great female performances.
Great
from
female
Saoirse
performances.
Ronan, and most notably,
Laurie Metcalf. So basically, they have 6 Oscar nominations. Best movie, and I think it's good that it's like this one deserves a nomination. Unlike Darkest Hour. Best Director, Greta Gerwig. Definitely deserves a nomination. Best Actress, Saoirse Ronan, who has the main role. A young Irish actress who plays an American teenager and does that splendidly in every possible way. And Laurie Metcalf plays the mother of this character, and I think she kind of steals the show in this movie. I mean, Ronan's also amazing, but Metcalf's performance kind of makes that movie.
Yeah, well, and they're dynamic.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. It's clearly the relationship between the mother and the daughter, and where the mother clearly has she wants the best for her daughter in every possible way, and the daughter kind of, you know, thinks she knows what's best for her, and probably in a way does, but there's that conflict and the dad that's in between, and all these characters kind of intermingle, and it just works very well. This is one of the movies where the performance of the actors really sell it, because the story in itself is relatively simple.
Yeah, I mean, there isn't really like much of a narrative arc, really, or a big story of, like, you know, problem resolution, that kind of thing. It's more, as we said, very real. Just like this is just like everyday life. You see people having breakfast. You see, you know, people having arguments about not folding their clothes, but just throwing them on the floor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, really deals with the sort of...
Yeah, like, and the things I mean, I wasn't a teenage girl, but I was definitely a teenage boy. And the kind of thing where, this is not a big spoiler, but as you say, at one moment, the mother comes in and starts complaining about, you know, clothes being thrown on the floor. At the exact time, the main character is dealing with something pretty serious, and that becomes a very big discussion where that really shouldn't be one, but that's very normal for everyday life, and that's how the relationship between mothers and daughters and sons go all the time. So this is actually a very good movie, and I think I'm gonna tell my mother to see it, and because I think she'll really enjoy this one, just because of that. Yeah.
You said you had some issues with it.
I had, well, as I said yesterday, I had to think about it. because during the movie there were times I was cringing. Because in general, I sometimes have issues when things get too, like I can get annoyed when it gets a bit too real and a bit too. It's difficult to explain, but I kind of thought about it last night and today as well. And the fact that I have that reaction, because I react like I would react when these things would happen to me and to friends, kind of tells you how well written this is and how incredibly realistic it is. And now I honestly think that the fact that I can react like that to it makes the movie that much better. So it's really, it's just the realism of it is at times, I got annoyed at the stupidity of some of the characters. In their choices, in what they did, in what they said, but that's how it goes.
Yeah, so it's not
so much. It's not a negative
you have with the film.
No, it's not so much an
issue
issue with
that
the
you're
film.
so emotionally invested in that you.
So in the end, like I said yesterday, it's more about my reaction to the movie being that intense and kind of taking me that way. So I think like that and some other stuff makes me think that this is one of the better screenplays we've seen this year. It's nominated for original screenplay, and it deserves to be. Definitely, it's just a very well written movie, which it's not about the Second World War, so there's civilization is not at stake, but I felt like there was a lot more at stake in this movie than in Darkest Hour. So yeah, for me, a very good movie. What do you think this is going to do Oscar-wise?
Of the films we've seen so far, I personally would give Best Supporting Actor to Laurie Metcalf.
Yeah, actress.
Oh, yeah.
It's still not
21st century.
I know, but it's still... We don't have all of them together yet.
But she was that good.
She was.
She can take both of them. Be fine.
Sam Rockwell, but who knows?
Yeah.
But she'd beat Rockwell.
Yeah.
But yeah, Metcalf was honestly amazing. I think as playing a mother and playing these emotions.
Just a far more complex character than
Alison Janney.
Character in I, Tonya. Yeah.
Alison Janney, who probably will win, and was amazing in I, Tonya, and is an amazing actress. But I think this is just Alison Janney very much was a one-sided character in I, Tonya. She was an awful mother, and that was it. Like it was one-sided, whereas Metcalf goes into all kind of it's a role with a lot of range, and Metcalf pulls it off amazingly. If that role doesn't work, your movie fails, which is what Metcalf. And the other nominees for Best Supporting Actress, Viola Davis, and the others, they're all really great, but Metcalf is the only one who, as a supporting actress, carries the movie. So yeah. I
wouldn't say she carries.
Together with Ronan, I think with the relationship they have.
It's definitely more focused on Saoirse Ronan. If you think about how much Laurie Metcalf is in the film in terms of screen time, it's not that much. But I think their relationship adds the emotional weight to the film.
I think their relationship in the end kind of is the crux of the movie. If you look at the opening shots and the first two scenes, and then you go to the last scene, this has clearly been about the relationship with the mother and what the mother represents, in the bigger picture, Sacramento and so on. That's what that movie was about. And that only translates to the audience, I think, with a performance like Metcalf's. But that's a personal opinion. I think...
Speaking of the ending...
Yes.
What did you think?
Well, it's difficult to go into this because of spoilers.
No, I just thought it ended very abruptly.
Yeah, which again works for this movie. it's not it's not a clear ending. There's no. You don't know what's going to happen with the characters. There is no. Yeah, it's life. This movie just depicts life of a teenager and of somebody and of an adolescent, and yeah, there is no clear ending of that in any way. She goes through an evolution and everything that goes with that. So I like the ending. I think the ending was kind of perfect for what this movie was. You know, not every movie has to end with the characters, strolling out into the sunset. Not even this kind of like building movie. Not even this kind of movie. No, like you can leave things as they are because, well, that is kind of life. And if you are imitating life, which this movie definitely is, then that is a perfect ending. What do you think?
Yeah, no, it just seemed like a little weird. Just the way that it just cut.
It just
at
cut,
that moment.
Yeah. I think that's a very clear choice.
I don't think it was accidental. I don't think it was accidental.
Well, yeah, but it's that's
yeah, but it didn't have this cheesy kind of framing, as you said, strolling off into the sunset.
It wasn't corny at all. This is just a very good, realistic movie. I think it's a wonderful project, and I hope they win at least some Oscars. Original screenplay might, although Shape of Water.
How original is Shape of Water, though?
Well, we can have a discussion about that, but we might do that in another video soon. At another point. Do we have anything else to say about this?
No, just a very very good film.
Yeah,
like great performances, really well made.
Yeah. Go and see
it.
Go and see it definitely. And if Mother's Day is coming up in your country anytime soon, go see it with your mom. This might actually be very interesting to see with your mother and talk about it later.
Just do something nice with your mother.
Yes, and you might want to consider watching this movie. I take it for dinner later.
Next Thursday, International Women's Day.
Take your mom. She'll love it. So, I was Tim.
I was Alex.
Well, we both are, right? Okay, I'm Tim.
I continue to be Alex.
He continues to be Alex. And we'll see you very, 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 very soon. Probably.
Yeah. Depends when they decide to.
I mean, look, I always act like I'm actually speaking to an audience. Which is a bit ridiculous because, there aren't that many of you, to be honest. But it's okay. We love you anyway.
They're out there, Tim.
They're out there.
We just haven't found them yet.
We're touching you with our minds. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that shit. Okay? Thank you very much. Ciao.